Hello and welcome to Coffee with the Librarians, week of December 13th. Yeah. All right, let's tune in today and see what is going on. Oh, that's fast. Today, what the librarians want to talk about is oh gosh, this is like so much all in the same time. It's about the power of being in the moment and the truth of that moment and the judgment that's around that. And it's all of those concepts all at the same time. The moment that we're in, I'm going fast. I'm sorry, it's coming in fast. The moment that we're in has the truth of that moment. The truth of that moment is what it is without judgment. If you have any feelings in that moment, those are the feelings that you have. And instead of judging them as I shouldn't be feeling this way, or I'm concerned with what somebody else is going to think about what I'm feeling, the truth in that moment is always what is happening in that moment within you. And sorry, there's a lot. What's interesting about that is that all of the people that we are with are also having their own moments, and that their own moments are absolutely valid. And the message that they want to share today is how all of those truths are simultaneously being held all in the exact same moment. And that we don't have to share the truth of our experience with anybody else, and they don't have to share the truth of their experience with us. All we have to do is validate and know within ourselves that that truth is within us. When we communicate and try to let people know what we're feeling, we're turning over our power. Oh, we're turning over our power when we do that. Because instead of owning that truth of the moment for us, we are turning over our power and we're not asking them, we're seeking approval in a way from them. We're wanting to find out if our truth is valid or not. And what they're saying is our truth is always valid. Their truth is always valid. I can stand here with a truth that is black and yours can be white, and those two truths are identical because they're both valid, because I'm having that experience and you're having that experience. And I don't totally understand this, but when we go towards oneness, we are striving for a state of oneness. When we're moving towards that state of oneness, what is important is this is the part I don't exactly understand. We don't share our truths. It's not that we're an island, but we don't have to share our truths. We can just accept that everybody is having an experience in that moment. And where we get into trouble and where the seeds of division get sown is where too often we try to talk about our experiences. That's the piece I don't totally understand. But what they're saying is instead of seeking, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Instead of seeking connection by sharing our experiences about our internal world and what's going on, sometimes the better way is to say, I am having an internal experience. I know you are having an internal experience, and we can support each other in having that internal experience. And oftentimes, the awareness that we're each having an internal experience is enough when we honor and validate that in each other, that we don't have to come to, now that does make sense. We don't have to come to a common ground. We don't have to have a common understanding over this is pink, this is blue, this is black, this is white, this is good, this is bad. We don't have to have a common understanding. The only common understanding that we need to have is that we all have our own understanding. Whoa, that was it. The only understanding we have to have is that we're all having our own understanding. And that is the root of true oneness. That okayness and that understanding that everybody has their own understanding. Okay, So that is the message for this week. It was fast and it was furious. True oneness is allowing everybody to have their own understanding. Huh, that's really cool. Yeah, they're saying it's okay to, they want to clarify that they're not telling us not to talk about our understandings, but to attach less importance on it because that's a description of a thing. And anytime we try to describe a thing, the description is necessarily lacking because it doesn't have the full texture and the full awareness of the thing itself. So, in trying to describe what a rose smells like, we lose the essence of the rose. So, in trying to describe where we stand and why we feel the way we feel and why we think the way we think, we lose the essence of the thing. And instead of doing that, to tune back in, to feel the texture and the richness and the fullness of all of our own experiences, to acknowledge that everybody also has that experience, and know with a cognitive awareness that the description is always limited. So even when somebody is telling you their experience, we get too locked in and think, well, they're describing it this way and this is what it is, instead of having that awareness that you cannot describe the scent of a rose. It will lose something. Oh, and that's what grace is. Huh. Grace is holding space and acknowledging and having that awareness that all of our descriptions are limited. Okay, they said this definitely takes a lot to think about. So listen to this one again. Have a good week. And I can't wait to tune in next week because I feel like this was a lot. And I'm curious to see what comes next. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.